So there we have it, folks, the end of the season. And, well, let's start off by talking about the race and how it didn't start and how Formula E was going for the books of F1 with a bit of a Spa 2021 with how long they delayed the start. What was it? Twice we went out into the safety car and had to come back in before we actually got underway at the XL. You can understand delaying it because of the rain, and at the same time, like, this isn't a traditional kind of street circuit. If you've ever been to the XL before, you know those access roads aren't used by conventional traffic, so drainage is an issue as opposed to on a lot of other street circuits. So I could understand wanting to have to delay, especially for things like standing water. Maybe it just weighs into how Formula E should select its venues or go into its planning parts. But this is, I mean, we had the docks in Brooklyn, right? So we had the New York ePrix, had those issues, but of course, it's different now. Anyways, it was an enjoyable watch, even if there wasn't much overtaking. It was a nice way to round off the season. You had Evans and Casti trying to battle away, the toing and froing in terms of their lead. Jake Dennis gets fastest lap after lighting up the tyres coming across the line on the final lap. It was impressive he got the fastest lap for that one. And what it meant was that the championship second place went to Casti, and the team's championship, it went to Envision, after Buemi making a really good move on Sam Bird down towards, what was it, T8, T9? T9, I think they call it, yeah. So, good job by Buemi with that move. Saw a couple of other takes in that same kind of way. We saw Dan Ticktum getting an overtake on, wasn't it Aiden Watara he overtook there? We also saw Joran Kvern being passed by, I think it was his former teammate, wasn't it? I think it was Avdak. Got a similar kind of move on him. But, yeah, overall, it was a nice end to the season. It was good they were able to get it underway, and it was good they were able to run the full distance, even with a couple of extra laps. Yeah. A bit emotional with a farewell for some of these drivers. Some of them would have wished they could have done better. Some of them will just be ruining the chance they had earlier in the season. Like, if it wasn't for the incident that Evans caused with Casti at Rome, one of them probably would have been the champion today. But this is motorsport, anything can happen. At the same time, with Porsche and with Andretti, I think Andretti, yep, get the measure of Porsche, so it's both times the factory team's beaten by the team they supply. They need to have a more consistent second driver next season, which is strange because Wehrlein and Da Costa are the Porsche lineup, right? Wehrlein was a better driver even though he dropped off in the second half of the season through a myriad of different issues, some of them his own, some of them not his own. But Da Costa's, you know, a champion, right? So it would make sense for Da Costa to be performing well. I mean, Lottery's struggled even more this season at Andretti, and it's gotten worse and worse over the course of the season, whereas his teammate ended up the champion. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the off-season. Of course, Cassidy now goes from winning and helping his teams win the team championship to going over to Jaguar, the team that he's just beaten, to that for next season. Him and Evans are most likely going to be that unstoppable duo, right? But yeah, there'll be some drivers who'll be very happy with how they've ended the season. Nato, again, another strong finish, 4th place. Van Dorn, after the issues he's had this season, the radio champion, to end it with 5th place is going to be alright. He got the measure of Buemi, he got the measure of Bird. And yeah, Bird will hope that this will be a good advertisement for wherever he ends up next season. Hopefully we'll see him back on the grid. But yeah, overall, in some ways it was very Formula E, some ways it wasn't as chaotic as the other stuff, but I've been watching racing all day, so I need to sit down and do a few more reviews now, as you'll see coming over the next few days. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.